Daddy's 2014 Volkswagen Beetle GSR, a limited edition car that was manufactured in 2014, and she absolutely loves the car. I love it because it's got Chevelle racing stripes, but it's got a little bit of issue with the air conditioning today, so we're gonna see if we can fix air conditioning, something we've never attempted on a modern car in Meldrum's Monster Garage. We're usually working on the Chevelles. So this ought to be fun. We'll see how this goes. I tell you, this car is just a joy to drive. It's got a Tiptronic 5-speed, I call it a manual automatic. So it's got an automatic clutch that lets out when you start to drive it. And we've had this thing chipped or tuned or whatever. All right, we got the engine all warmed up. We're at 194 degrees. And looks like the oil temperature's all warmed up too. And got some cool gauges on this car. It's even got, if you do rallies, it's got a stopwatch to keep track of time. And then it's got the turbo boost too. So here we are, we've got the air conditioning on. We're gonna put it on full blast. The light was not coming on, so things were not cycling properly. So what we've done and bought, and I'll show you in a second, of course we got some oil to do an oil change, and we're gonna fill up the refrigerant. All right, here's what I decided to go with to charge the Volkswagen Beetle AC system back up. This is AC Pro. I did a little research on the internet, and this seemed like a good unit to buy. And then I went up to the auto parts store and I talked to a very knowledgeable young lady. I mean, usually you talk to these parts counter guys and they hardly know what's going on. But I could tell this lady, she was a mechanic. She's used this system before. She's used a couple different systems. She likes this one the best. So that's what I went with. This is the AC Pro Ultra Synthetic AC Recharger, Maximum Cold Air Leak Sealer, which I'm looking for. Because the Beetle sat all winter long, we didn't get a chance to cycle the seals on it. So that may be what's going on with the Beetle. It's just a little low on charge because a little bit has leaked out. Now, I've been futzing around with the can here, so that's why you see a little pressure on there. It's got 7 PSI on it right now. We are going to hook this connector up to the low side on the system of the Beetle sitting over there. We've got it all set to go. Of course, we'll get the car started up so the AC is cycling. And this is pretty cool. It's got a little tab that she pulled out at the auto store to tell me how it worked. And then she went ahead and turned it on. So that's pretty cool. It's on. It's giving us a pressure. And you can see, she said, don't overfill it. It's got a green zone that we want to stay within. So there's a low, a green, and then too high. So this is just like your oil. You don't want too much of it in there, and you don't want too little of it. You want to be in the green zone. So hey, let's go hook this thing up and see what pressure we're at. Okay, one thing you'll notice is on the tag here, R134, and it says it wants 525 grams plus or minus 0.25 grams. So hey, that's how much coolant you need in the system. Cool thing I meant to tell you that she told me at the auto parts store was with this particular unit, you can unscrew it and use it as a pressure gauge. Some of the other units, if you unscrew the can, the pressure gets released into the atmosphere and you lose everything on the can. So this is pretty cool. We can unscrew it and just use it as a pressure gauge, and the can stays nice and sealed. All right, so as we hook this up, basically you know the low and the high side because of the fitting, basically. This is a much larger fitting on the high side, and on the low side it's a smaller fitting. So let's hook it up. Pretty simple to hook up. You're just gonna push down on it, and then it's kind of locked in place. Pretty easy. It's a quick release, so you're gonna push on it and pull to release it. So pretty easy on and off with the system. So there you go, easy peasy. All right, so I've got it connected up, and it's reading right at the bottom limit. At the bottom limit says 25. It's at 26. So you know, based on the temperature outside, that could drop down a little bit or go up. See, it's going down to 25, up to 26. So we're going to connect the can up and try to get it a little better into the green zone. All right, in the directions, they say they want you to shake it up and also shake it sideways, up, sideways, get it all shook up real nice, okay? Same thing when we're filling it up. We're going to continue to shake it every 10 seconds or so, and we're going to see how it goes. So let's add some coolant. Set to go for about 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, still at about 26, 27, so we'll continue to add. All right, there's 41 PSI on the gauge, and I'm gonna shut her off and see how the see how it feels inside the car. So I had the windows open and whatnot, so I get make that thing work as hard as it could. So I'm going to close up the car now, sunroof closed, and the AC is pumping out. You can hear the fan. Now you're going to pop it out to, let's see here, there we go. Now you can feel it coming out. Oh yeah. Feels nice and cool coming out of there. The AC light is on down here. Of course, we can cycle that on and off. Like I said last night, that wouldn't cycle on and off. So there you go. I think we got her going. All right, it's been a couple days since we fixed air conditioning. Is it working, Patty?
Yes, sir.
Driving to the grocery store. Yep. And it's working good. We went to the Indians game over the weekend, and she's still pumping out nice cool air. Now we're off to the grocery store.
See if she can keep ice cream frozen.
Woo! See ya!